what's going on, everybody? This is Case Study QB, and we are here with Rome from
What's going
Tour for
on?
the Poor. Yeah, we're going to be talking about mutual aid, how mutual aid works. This is kind of a series that I'm kind of doing. I did a mutual aid, interviewed a mutual aid organization recently, AFAC, and they talked about raising money for emergency kits. Now I'm going to be talking to Rome from Tour for the Poor. And then tomorrow is going to be another mutual aid organization around this time, 11 a.m., that I'm going to talk to introduce them and find out more about mutual aid. And this is just a fact-finding mission that I personally have as I look more into mutual aid. I'll always give credit to Revolutionary Blackout Network for introducing me to mutual aid. Or, it's not all about electoral politics. There's other avenues, there's other tools out there that you can use to change the lives of people on a grassroots level. And with that said, Rome, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. I would have been doing better if I can find my damn camera, but it's all good. Y'all can see me.
Nah, we can see you. That's fine. More than fine. So I want to ask you, how did you get into? First, let me ask you, how did you find out about mutual aid?
Shit, man. I started when I was young. It really started, being neighbors with other poor people. We always was into mutual aid, whether that be, giving our last packs to catch up. If my lights went out, the neighbors went next to us, they let us connect their lights. It's all type of mutual aid out here, and I have started at a young age. We just didn't put a name to it. We didn't call it socialism. We didn't call it, mutual aid. We just call it being the village and looking out for one another. But now, as you get older, you realize, like, those are the things that we're gonna have to do in the near future, and we're gonna have to brand it as socialism, because if we don't, it will get co-opted, and everybody's gonna say, "Oh, this is just the way of life." Like, no. What we are doing is taking care of each other. This is socialism.
Got you. So, when was your first tour for the poor, and what inspired you to do it? How long you've been doing it? Tell me more about that. Your organization.
My first, my first tour for the poor was here in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I gave away some coats. I actually was on Fox News. I gave away some coats, food. We had a nice barbecue. We had some gun clubs out there. Just people meeting up, feeding the people. Had some music playing. This was about 2 years ago, I want to say, when I first started. That wasn't even considered tour for the poor. It was just a giveaway. And then I was like, you know what? I can just do this everywhere I fucking go. Like, why not somebody just travel around and just help everybody that need help if you got the time to do it. That's what we should be doing, and I know I make it seem easier than what it is, but I have 2 kids, I have a grandson, and I have a lot of shit going on in my life, but I still have time to get out here or make plans a month or 2 before a month come up for a tour for the poor, and I can just get everything done, and I can go out there, take a week off, go feed the homeless people, go feed people in need, and then I just head back home and go plan the next one. But it was just like, it just came to me like, shit, why don't we just go around? And the whole thing was, spreading communism throughout the country of the US. And we're not gonna get, like, I talk to a lot of people, they say, well, we do these things, but we do them locally. I'm like, yes, that's good, but you're not going to be a threat to anyone if you're just local. If you want to grow powers, if you want to grow, if you want to get, more powerful with your wording and the things that you are putting out there, then you have to connect with other people. You have to connect with other communities, and you have to grow your powers, because you guys, it'd be good. It's great that you are local, but if I was just to, shoot you on the head, I don't know if that's gonna get you taken off the line, shit. But if I was just to shoot you, your whole campaign is gone. Your whole thing is gone. But with Tour for the Poor, I got people in Boston, I got people in California, people in Texas, Kansas City that's ready to take up after me after that bullet hit my head. And you can't just leave your powers all in one place. You can't leave all your eggs in one place, because the fox will find them. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha,
You
gotcha.
you make it easier for the fox to find your eggs.
Gotcha. So when you do an event, how do you let people know about communism and socialism as you preach the gospel, as you would say, like as you spread that message? What do you do at that event?
The first thing I do is when I reach a town that I've never been in, I learn the language. I learn the way people walk. I learn the way people talk. I learn their favorite restaurants, and I adapt it, and then that's the best way to try to talk to them, because if you're going into Boston with a Detroit accent, let alone, all this routed communism energy, then you're gonna be in for a hell of a ride. But if you go out there, you learn what they're going through and be like, man, I can't believe they building this when they could be building this. Like, I have been there for years.
Okay.
The conversation that we were having, and I'm like, you know what? If we just focus more money on the people, you know what I'm saying, they wouldn't even need to build this if we just focus on education and et cetera, et cetera. So now I'm talking to people who are conservative, who probably are already socialists, but I'm talking to them about socialist ideas without actually saying the word. But now, in the middle of this conversation, like I had a conversation up, it's about 10 minutes long on Twitter, me talking to a conservative in Boston. He didn't know I was a communist until like 10 minutes into the conversation. It was about 20 minutes, but he didn't know I was an actual communist until I was like, yeah, I'm a communist, but I still feel like everybody should do this, and that. But he already in too deep. He agreed with me with housing. He agreed with me with healthcare. He agreed with me with workers owning the means of production. It's too late. So now, as I'm talking to the people, I let them know, hey, I got something going on, in your town. Actually, I'm actually here to give away diapers. I'm actually here to give away this, and that. If you want to come and help out, you can. That's what's going to pull people, because I'm not just helping their town. It might be their daughters to show up. It might be their sons, their nieces, their nephews. So whether they show up or not, I'm saying the people showed up, and I'm still going to push communism to them, through them. Because once they come and get their clothes and whatnot, I usually do a speech at the end of the day. And I always tell people, like, if I can do this, we all can do this. I'm a high school dropout from Detroit. What is stopping you guys from doing this? Fear? Money don't make the man. We make the man, and I always try to get on their heads like, you already dead. You're already dead, so you guys might as well go all out. You might as well go all out. You have nothing to lose. And the only thing that we have to gain is a better future for the next generations, and a real plan to put communism in stone in America. Have an actual communist card carrying party here, not just a couple of people saying, "Hey, I'm these people, I'm that people." No, we are a real organization. You guys can too. You don't have to say you're a socialist. You don't have to be under the banner of the hammer and sickle, but you need to do better for your people. And sometimes you're gonna have to drop that capitalist mindset in order to get there, because you can't go into a community and say, yeah, I'm gonna take care of these people, but you all still fucking bombs. Like, what the hell? You gotta become one. And sometimes I've been on the ground. I should say sometimes I have to sleep outside. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes that's the best experience, because you really get to talk to the people that sleep outside. You know what I'm saying? And they show you around secret buildings that you would walk past. You would just think it's abandoned. But no, it's really a whole, home going on in the basement of this building and whatnot. I did that in Chicago, San Diego, California. I was homeless there for a minute, and then what was that fucking town? Oh my God, it was a small ass town, but you connect with the people.
Yeah, I hear you. I heard that one of the big things that, because I read a book called Mutual Aid by Dean Spade, and I'm actually hoping to interview that author next month. And it was an excellent book on mutual aid. And one of the mantras in there is that mutual aid is not charity. And that reminded me of what you just said where people will come to town and they'll help them, but still look at the town like a piece of,
Yeah,
like
because they're here for
nobody.
fame. They're not here for
Yeah, yeah.
liberation.
They're just there for charities where rich people just come, give you pennies, and make themselves feel good. While mutual aid is really supposed to be a sustainable socialist organization
Yes.
that's bringing people together to have a sustainable help for each other.
Yep.
So that's one of the big things. And you're right about the changing the capitalist mindset, because I found, like, thinking about mutual aid and thinking about starting an organization, I'm like, okay, maybe we can get a product if you're giving out a product for free, but hey, maybe we offer people a chance to buy it and da da da. And I'm like, but wait a minute, that's still thinking about the capitalist mindset where you're saying, oh, you got to pay for this.
You got to pay to play.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, it's really, we've been indoctrinated from the time we were small into this capitalist society that it's really going to be tough to unwind that. So I want to touch on getting into the nitty gritty of your event. And I want to use the example of you got coming up the Kansas Tour for the Poor, coming up with Nick Cruz. I see my guy, Socialist MMA, great guy. And I'm curious. So I see that you are advertising on Twitter, but are you on, is there like somebody on the ground giving out flyers as well? Like, how do you let the community know this is coming soon? Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. I usually get down there a couple of days before the actual event so I can talk to the people head on. Like, I don't want anybody passing out flyers that's not going to be a part of this, because if I'm leading this, then I'm leading it, hands on, whether the police see me, whether the conservatives see me or the communists see me. I don't care. If you're pushing what you're pushing, then you have to get out there yourself. Nobody can relay your message like you can. And we've seen this just with rumors, like, oh, well, you give somebody, let's say if I pay somebody $25 an hour to go pass out flyers, but they are only in it for that job.
Yeah.
They only hear $25 an hour. So when people ask them, hold on, man, that's a hammer and sickle. This dude says socialism, communism on here. What is this event about? Oh, yeah, we're just getting together, feeding the people and blah, blah, blah. It ain't really like that. Come check it out. Like, no, it's like that. We're you know what I'm saying? We're talking that Fidel Castro shit, that Malcolm X, Fred Hampton shit. You can't rely on people to relay your message for you, because it always will get whitewashed, whether that be from a black person or not, because some people are not ready to take it there.
Gotcha. Yeah. So you get there a couple days beforehand, and then you let the people know about this event coming up in a couple days. Then the event comes, you start out the event giving out the items, and then is it during the event that you're saying, hey guys, here's this diaper, here's this food, but you're giving out flyers that's teaching them about communism and socialism, or are you waiting to the exact end? Because I heard you say at the end is when you give like a speech that you tell the people about it. What do you do?
Like, when I'm like, first, I don't hand anybody any literature or anything like that. Like, one thing I have learned going to certain cities, Americans don't read. So, you got to be more hands-on with this wording, and you can really show them more than you can tell them from or any flyer can tell them. So if I can just pull out some pictures, be like, look, I've been here, I fed these people, I marched here, I talked here, I did this, I did that. That's way better than any flyer, because they see that you are actual leader, and they're going to come out, they're going to want to get your phone number and et cetera, et cetera. So at the end of the after event, you're not going to get that same crowd of people that you talk to, because I done went to gas stations, I done went to grocery stores, I'd have been under the bridges, I'd have been over the bridges, I put up posters around your neighborhood, but the outcome isn't going to be as big as you fought for. But that's not what you are there for. You are there to help the people that's willing to take the help, because a lot of people need our help, but they won't. I have seen many examples of this. When I bought a dress for this one woman when her titties was hanging out, and I bought her a dress and she threw it in the garbage.
Wow.
She's like,
why?
I don't need your help.
I don't need your help. She's too proud for it to receive something?
I don't know what it is, but
wow.
that's just how it is. So, a lot of people won't take your help even if they need it. but that's not what you're there for. Focus
How do you
on the
break
people
through to somebody like that?
just keep being there for the people that surround them. Like that happened in Jacksonville, Florida. And what I did was I closed the door on her. I said, okay, well, you don't need my help. So everybody, it's like this little bench. It's right there, right next to this baseball baseball field. And they got a little bench where a whole bunch of homeless people is like 2 benches and a statue, whole bunch of homeless people be over there. So what I would do is I buy everybody beer, I pass out underwear, socks, this and that, and she gets nothing.
Okay.
So now she's like, where's my stuff at? I said, you didn't need my help.
Yeah.
I just go in the trash. Go get that
Yeah.
dress I just bought you. See, sometimes you can this mutual aid shit, you can't let the people push you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be father type. You got to be, yes, you got to have that energy of SpongeBob. I'm ready, but you got to have the mindset of James Avery, of Malcolm X, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to let people know, because you're not gonna get what you want. You're gonna get what I have, right?
Okay.
You're gonna get what I can give you, because I'm not the government. I can't make any promises.
Yeah.
I'm not getting millions of dollars to take care of you. I shouldn't have to do this in the first place.
Yeah.
So
when you get on the ground, and I see Nick is going to be helping you out, so I'm sure, like, the 3 days before, he's probably going to be out there showing you the local, because he's the local person there, so he knows how to speak the language and knows where to go. Does he have other people that are going, like, almost like a team that you guys going to go out with? And I don't expect like 50 people, but like maybe like 10 people to go out and do.
It's some people that we are meeting up with off Twitter, off of Facebook, et cetera.
Okay.
But Kansas City is doing their damn thing. Like they have a tenant union.
Yeah.
Like
Casey
they are
tenants,
doing
I
the damn
believe.
thing.
Yeah.
And I believe like this is the best time to put socialism down there. The name itself, like what you guys are doing is socialism. You guys are socialists. Let them know what they are doing is socialist. That way, none of these things can be co-opted until we're just progressives, and we're going to end up giving up our union votes to the Democratic Party, even though we was created under the Democratic Party. Right? So look, don't stop here. Don't stop here. Don't stop at the unions. You know what I'm saying? Now we can go after these banks and really just take these houses from them. If we can't take them legally, then sometimes this is where the gangs and we should say our knuckleheads get involved, right? Because we're going to need hostile takeovers on some of these lands that they are not willing to give up, because now they are pricing them at $2 million in a neighborhood that we know it shouldn't be $2 million in, right? So what we do is a hostile takeover. We get our knuckleheads to throw on their flags, to put on their guns, and we go hang out. We go chill out. We go make it as black and as hood as we can, and scare the fuck out of these people and get them out of our neighborhood. 2 shots a day will keep the gentrifiers away, right? So we're gonna have to let these people know, and then once we run them out, when prices run down, and we just take over these properties like we should have. We take over these buildings that your grandmother been staying in for 20 years.
So you said you have you name a couple cities that Tour for the Poor is around. Like, if you are growing membership, like, is there an official way to join the organization and to help out?
I mean, Tour for the Poor is really a branch from the CARES Party. The CARES Party, I'm still getting certain things together for people to actually be card carrying members.
Okay.
As far as joining Tour for the Poor, you really have to go through me on the ground. Like I really have to see you on the ground in order to feel your energy, to see where you're going with this. I'm kind of far from a lot of these places, and I don't, even if I do love you or trust you as as a socialist, I don't trust certain people with my word. Everybody aren't as hard as us or as harsh as us, and sometimes you will get into those conversations. You will get this is a life-threatening job, a life-threatening job. And it's not just the community that can take you out, it's the government that might get a whiff of what you are doing. and take you out. And a lot of people see that like, oh, do I really want to die? Nigga, you dead. You dead. You just waiting for your casket, you know? That's all it is.
Yeah,
Like they already know what they want from you. They already know what they're gonna do with you. You don't call that a dead man walking when your government already has your number.
So you mentioned the CARES party. That's another like that? Is that an actual party? Like the CARES party? What can you tell me about that?
3-4 people in there. It's the CARES party. It's acronym for Communists Accelerating Revolution and Emancipation. So this is that's like the big shebang. I'm getting militants ready. We're doing what Malcolm X told me to do, was build armies, build my own navy, build my own marine, and have people that's willing to fight on the front line and the back and on the back line, because we can't just get out here protesting thinking that these things are going to be all right or get better, or that you're going to be untouched. You know, you got to have people. If we're going to have you guys out there protesting, then I want a front line full of rifles protecting those people trying to get rights, right? You know, I don't want anybody else to get shot in the eyeball that has nothing to do with the protest, just walking past. I don't want anybody getting hunted, any more of our leaders getting hunted, you know, in their sleep like they did Fred Hampton. You guys are going to need to be protected. And I know I know a lot of people say, well, we all want peaceful revolution. Yes, we all want peaceful revolution, but the reality that we are living in, that's just not possible. That's just not possible. Even if the military doesn't come after us like they shouldn't, because according to the law, we have a right to overthrow America. So if the generals of the U.S. military, even if they said fall back and let's see what happens, just like they did January 6th, these people have small militias. These billionaires have small militias of their own. So how are you going to combat that if the U.S. military themselves say, you know what, fuck it, don't even do it, don't even go out there, call off the National Guard. Now you got Bill Gates that owns 75% of farming land in America. You don't believe he has a small army? You don't think he's ready? You know, all these billionaires, weapon contractors, oil tycoons, they have people that's willing to go out there and risk their lives for their assets.
Yeah,
their assets.
Even if they don't have a standing army, there's militias, there's mercenaries they could just hire, right?
Yes.
So let me give some love to the chat. PJ Holly's in the building. Holly Horn, Ware Pilgrim, much love to you. John Kemper is in the building. Terry Conley's in the building. Much love to you. PJ Chris, Salgato. What else? Angela Sen Gangster is in the building. Much love to you, everybody. Hopefully, I didn't leave anybody out. Much love to everybody. PJ Bendone is in the chat as well. All right. So, man, I really appreciate you talking to me about Tour for the Poor and giving us the nitty gritty. I always knew, I heard about you doing your work, but I really wanted to find out some more information about it. So I got only a couple more questions here to ask you. So, to those looking to start a mutual aid organization, what advice do you have for them?
I'm a LA socialist. I'm gonna answer your question at the end.
Oh yeah, I was gonna go to questions, but I could bring it up right now. Is this it?
I think this is deflection, because I seen you ask me this a couple of times. This is nothing but deflection. America made it legal for people to marry children. You know, if this is nothing but deflection, they hate gay people and openly and trans people, because you know what I'm saying, this is like the most honest you can be with your life. You know what I'm saying? This is the most open that you can be, and they hate happiness. They don't want people to live how they want to live. They want you to live how they see you. You know, even if you have those gay tendencies, don't even think about it. Even if you do think about women, don't act on it. You know, they want to see you the way they want to see you, but live your life. This is nothing but projection, and these same people who are Like, come on, man. Humans are fucking weird, bro. We fuck our cousins. We fuck animals. It was legal to fuck horses in 12 states before it was legal for a man to man or a woman to woman to have sex with each other. These people are fucking crazy. These people are fucking crazy. Humans are fucking crazy. They're always gonna find a reason to judge. They're always gonna find a reason to hate. But don't even pay attention to them. I want the trans and the gay community to do this. Just stick up 2 middle fingers. 2 middle fingers to whoever the fuck don't like y'all. Cause this, even like you white gays and you white trans, welcome to a minority. The world hates you. Welcome. This is how it is. You got to learn how to put up that middle finger and not take no more shit from them. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Because if they saying fuck you, fuck the way you living, fuck the way you thinking, fuck the way you dressing, what the fuck you say? Fuck you too. Have that same energy. Have that same energy. Don't give up. Don't cower down. That's what they expect from you. They already think gays are fucking weak. They already think that.
Yeah. Let me shout out Dana Fairbanks as well. And if you have any other questions in the chat for Rome, definitely put it in the chat. And I'm looking for, if it has a question mark at the end, that's what I'm looking for. And I will bring it up for Rome to answer. And yeah, thanks for that question. So to those looking to start a mutual aid, what advice do you have for them, Rome?
Y'all gonna have to it do take a silver tongue in order to do this. If you got even enough finesse to get some things going, even if it isn't your own, you know what I'm saying? If you want to help a mutual aid project, if you got a silver tongue, if you got the gift for gab, you're gonna have to learn how to professionally beg for money and show people that you know you're actually doing what you're doing with this money. Because I have hundreds of people that doubt what I do. You know what I'm saying? They're like, "Oh, Rome is buying this and buying that." Like, I wish I could buy it. I don't even get as much money as these people would think, but it's not about that. You need to, like I said, I go into the communities and I learn your tongue first. You know what I'm saying? I learn your languages. I learn how you walk and shit like that. Sometimes I have to use them against you. You know, because what up though in Detroit, I can't say that shit in Las Vegas. What up though means what up though, right? Right.
Yeah.
So you have to learn them languages. Get out there. You know your people. It will fall like dominoes. I promise you. But and then like how I went at it, I just basically, you know, got a little fame off Twitter and off the internet, and I just used it and betrayed Bernie Sanders. I was like, okay, well, I got to jump off this boat. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got to jump off this boat sooner or later.
Yeah.
He about to tell people to vote for Biden, and I seen it coming. And I'm telling my niggas around me, I'm like, okay, all right, I can't just jump off the boat. I need people to team up and jump off this bitch with me, right? Because I can't even swim. So if I jump off this boat, it's over for me, you know. So I'm just trying to point out everything that Bernie Sanders is fucking up with. Like, what you mean vote to restore democracy? What you mean do this and that? Like, hold on, Rome was just so up for Bernie. Why is he turning his back on him? Because he's trying to tell y'all niggas to vote for segregationists, which I already knew was gonna come. So I had to jump off this boat, but I had to let people know, like, hey, it's us or them. And we was like, 1, 2, 3, right?
Okay.
Now you're not just jumping off into the middle of the ocean, everybody looking at you, even though they boat sinking, you drown first. Right? But now we in this bitch together. We can form our own fucking life, our own life guards and whatnot. But this is it's gonna take a long time. Like, holy fuck. Not even a long time. I've been on tour for 2 years. I say this: if you can fund, like I funded the first tour for the poor because GoFundMe took my money. Well, they held it from me for like 2 months. So
why did they do that?
Because they didn't know what I was using the money for.
Okay.
So like that, and I didn't have a bank account.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was like yeah, if you can fund your own shit and try to make it look like, okay, this is what you're going with. You know what I'm saying? Or don't even try. Make it look like, you know what I'm saying? Make them niggas feel it like this is you want better. Because they're only gonna be there for you if they can actually feel it, you know? Because I always wanted to do things like this. I just had other people in my way that I had to get rid of in order to actually branch off and grow up. So it, it's a motherfucker, y'all. Y'all gonna be hitting some roads. Y'all gonna be going against powerful people that you would never think will even notice you. But don't get scared. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be people that's gonna come out there, offer you guys millions of dollars. Once you get actually organized and you get a bank account and shit like that, there's gonna be people that's gonna reach you with millions of dollars, billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Talking about I can give your company $10 million if you just said this, and that. Yeah, you think that's little.
Yeah,
You think that's little, but then you look into the work. Holy fuck, they are poisoning children. Holy fuck, they're you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That brings me to this last question I have, and then I'm going to bring it. We got a couple questions in the chat. So I wanted to ask, how hard is it to find the resources to raise the money? Like, do you ask organizations to donate, like diapers and stuff? Do you ask organizations to donate those resources, or is it all trying to raise the money to buy it? Like, yeah, go ahead.
No, I wouldn't say it's hard. I say you have to know when Americans get paid. You have to watch the paychecks, first of the months, fit teams, end of the months, shit like that. Because I'm getting my money from regular day-to-day people. I'm not going to organizations. I'm not begging for money. So you know, I'm just buying these things as I go. Like I had to go to Sam's Club myself. I got a little Nissan, a little Honda Civic, and I didn't stuff 10,000 diapers in that thing. Well, it took more than 3-4 trips, but I made it happen. You know, I go out there myself and I do this shit myself. But it's through, I ain't gonna say myself, but it's through the people, always through the people. And this was gonna make your foundation strong. You know, people seeing you actually putting that $5 that they sent you and making somebody happy with it. Like they was just gonna blow it on some fucking bullshit, just a little knickknack that they was gonna put on their key rack. But you taking that same $5 and buying a pizza with it and feeding the person for a day, that'd make a motherfucker happy for a lifetime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But the money is easy. Money is everywhere, and the hardest thing to do once you actually get established is going to be avoiding money. It's going to be turning down money because it's going to be so much big money coming towards your way. Anything over 100,000, they want you to do something fucking evil, and don't take it. Don't take it. Anything over 100,000, they want you to do something evil, man. And it's so it's so predictable now, and it'd be funny when I turn these people down because they look at me like, "Damn, you're not gonna sell out." I'll be looking at these niggas like, "Damn, I can't believe you sold out." But that's how these people is, you know. These nonprofits, these LLCs, they all venture capitalists. They all side hustle, side of the road capitalists, man. And they all trying to get rich off of the black and brown people. And I'm like, nigga, I only got an LLC so I can build a thrift store. I'm not using that as a fucking, like what the hell?
Yeah.
People are evil, bro. But the money is easy. The money is easy. But if you're getting in front of people, it might be a little bit harder. You just got to know the days that, your people around you get paid. That's just basically it. That's just common sense. If the first come, I'm asking for something on the 31st, or if not on the 3rd, right? Because some people didn't get to cash this shit. Blah blah. Fifth come, ask for something on the 4th or the 7th, et cetera, et cetera. But the money is easy. It's just the following. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a good following, so I can just put something up and people will donate. But you got to get your own following. But how you do that is, you know what I'm saying, just recording and taking pictures of what you do, not of the people. Because out of all the pictures that I have put up, out of all the videos I have put up, you barely see any homeless people faces unless they want to be on camera. Like when I'm cutting hair or doing pizza giveaways or doing some speeches or whatnot. Most of the time, my stuff is candid camera. I had a phone, you know what I'm saying, towards my lap or whatnot, just letting y'all, you guys hear the conversation. but you gotta let people know that you are actually about this life, because it's easy to go out here and just, you know what I'm saying, be like the one fucking Instagram influencers, like, hey, look, I'm buying this nigga a pair of shoes.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I was about to ask you about that. Actually, like, that seems to be something that influencers do. Like the other day, I came across a YouTube where somebody was, they said, "Hey, you dropped this $100. I just found this $100 right here. Did you drop it?" And it was kind of a test to see if the person would say,
yeah,
"Yeah, that's my money." So the person, both times was like, "Oh no, that's not my money. It's probably somebody else." They're like, "Oh man, you're such an honest person. Here's $1,000."
mm.
Right.
Where
So
them people at when I need them?
yeah, huh? What you think about those? And Mr. Beast used to give out a lot of. He got big
Yeah,
giving out a lot of
I
cars.
say we look at their taxes before we give them praises.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like I said, it's easy. Like when like they got the money to do it, they ain't even got to ask you guys for it.
Yeah,
Like they just go out and give away $1,000. I will literally have to do a fundraiser to give away the $1,000 that I just raised. you know, but before we give anybody praises like that, we really have to see their taxes. And then uh you like, what are you doing this for? What is
Mhm.
your agenda? Is your
Yeah,
agenda to get people to look at capitalism in a light way and say that, oh, rich people can be nice? Or is your agenda is pushing socialism? Because we all have an agenda. And
yeah,
I'll be lying to you if I said I didn't. Like, I'm not just some nice guy. I'm a psychopath with a platform. I'm out here traveling the world trying to get people to take over America.
mhm.
What is your agenda?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. To
You
me,
know,
it looks like that person
nothing is free.
is.
Nothing.
It
Nothing.
seemed like charity to me,
Yeah.
right? Because they're just giving out the money, and then there's no education behind it. There's no, well, let's come together, and you tell me, hey, what can you contribute to the community? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, what kind of profession do you have? Are you a lawyer? Are you a dentist? Maybe you can do pro bono
Yeah.
dentistry every so often. 5 people a week. Even if it's 5 people a week, you couldn't
If
get
they
two for
really
free.
wanted to put money into these people's pockets, they could build jobs in those communities. If you got time to sit here and give away 10 cars like Mr. Beast do, you know what I'm saying, in one
Mm,
fucking day, you got the
mm,
money to sit here and give people $1,000 just for a YouTube video, and tens of YouTube videos you giving away $500 to $1,000. You could have
mm,
easily built small tent clinics. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Like I'm planning on in Boston. I don't have any money. I'm not a rich man, but I
Yeah.
figure I can build me a clinic there and pay the people who's going to work there $25 an hour to take care of it. If I can
Yeah.
do that, Mr. Beast could have built
Mm,
plenty of jobs here. You know what I'm saying? All
yeah.
these YouTube motherfuckers, they trying to brainwash people into looking at these capitalists as good guys. You know what I'm saying? So they won't be on the wall once communism does, you know what I'm saying, hit strong on this motherfucker. Because like I said, before we give them any praise, look at their taxes. Is that shit written off or is they paying on it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine me being a rich YouTube star, and I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, I see, you know what I'm saying? You trying to get your shit together. I love that. And hey, I got you your dream car. I got you a motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, Ferrari, whatever $1 million car you got in your head. You're like, oh my God. Right.
Yeah.
But guess what I just really did? I just put you in debt for the rest of your motherfucking life. If I'm not
Mm,
paying on this, if this is not,
mm,
no, right? Think about the
yeah.
taxes that come with all this shit that these people be giving away.
That's a good point. I never thought about that. Like you could give somebody a Ferrari, but then how do they pay the insurance on that
You
Ferrari
can't
every
even
month?
pay a fucking. You can't even change your oil on a Ferrari. You can't.
Yo,
If
that's so
you working
true.
at
Yeah.
you working at fucking Subway. And you think, and I'm gonna give you a Ferrari? How
Yeah,
about this?
yeah.
I buy the Subway that you was working at because they only cost like
Ah.
600,000 to $1 million, right? For the
Mm,
building, for me to own the motherfucker, and I just give you a boss, a GM position,
mm.
and you just run the fucking building, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You're gonna be
yeah.
a millionaire, but you will have your own, you know, you won't be a millionaire right the next fucking year, but you're gonna be a millionaire in a couple of years from now. You will have your own shit. Maybe you'll be able to lease or get your own Ferrari. get enough money to loan. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I just fucked up your
Or
name.
get more stores.
Yeah.
Open up more stores.
Open up more stores in your
Mm.
community, which the money should be used for, but they're using the money to brainwash people to say, look, I'm a capitalist. Yes, I'm rich. I'm a rich white guy. But look, I just gave this poor black woman all these cars. I just saw the Mr. Beast video. That's crazy. He said whatever car you can fit in between this tape. How many cars you can fit in between these tapes? This tape that's on the ground, you can have. She fit like 10, 11 cars in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's a heartwarming video, but
Yeah.
when the camera cut off, she like, okay, I'm pretty sure she's like, do I pay taxes or do you pay taxes?
Yeah.
Because imagine paying taxes for 11 fucking cars,
Yeah.
man.
And if you don't pay the taxes, you're going straight to jail. Straight to,
and your shit getting taken away. You will never be able to get your life back on track.
Yeah. All right, let's get into some of these questions before we end the show. And then I have an idea that I'm working on that I would love to get your opinion on. So first thing that Dana said, Bill Gates defending genetically modified seeds in 2012 thinks he's cornering the market on our food supply. Yeah, definitely. My wife was warning me about Bill Gates for a while, and I was like, really? And it wasn't until like maybe the last 2 years or so that I've seen him making some moves that I was like, oh, my wife might be onto something. So I don't know if you have any comment on this before I move on to the next question.
Bill Gates is the evil man. These are one of the billionaires that have to that has to get punishment from the proletarian. He has 75% of our farming land. He's trying to push us to GMO, which isn't a bad idea, but we are not starving like these people are claiming. We are not overpopulated like these people are claiming. He is an evil man, and he, you know what I'm saying, he believes in depopulation, even though we can fit everybody here in just one state, 2 states. You know, there's enough food supply to go around. We see that with Walmart throwing away more than enough food that they have, right? Just Walmart and Kroger themselves. These people are evil, and yes, he want full control. He wanted control over the population. He feels like he is a king, like he has earned his crown over us. So Bill Gates has to get punishment by the proletarian ASAP. If not, he damn near cornered the market on a lot of things. He cornered the market on big pharma. He cornered the market on our food industry. He cornered the market on our water. He's trying to make it to where we can reverse and drink our own waste instead of just fixing pipelines.
Yeah.
Right.
Taking the lead out of the pipelines. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I got another question here from Bendone. You think crypto will help when banks and financial institutions don't want to help?
No, because crypto depends on the petrodollar. And with the petrodollar falling, crypto is falling. We see that Bitcoin just took another hit. We see that Dogecoin, all these places are taking hits, but you got to remember that there is a war going on, and not only a war for land, a war for you know what I'm saying, to be the next boss of the world. The petrodollar is falling. This is what we depends on. We depend on. Well, I shouldn't say we. I'm not in the crypto world, but this is what the crypto world depend on. This is why America and Joe Biden themselves have said that they're going to try to get their hands into crypto because they're trying to find a way to wash all these billions of American dollars. You know, we got Swiss banks and whatnot. They just use that shit to Ukraine to try to launder a lot of money. But it's so much money that they're going to try to launder. But after their money is after they got theirs, it's going to disappear. Only one person owned the majority of crypto anyway, and those people are the FBI. So no, we need to go back to something that we need to go back to trade, man. It's all about your labor. It's all about what you can what you can teach,
produce,
and produce. See, all this these currencies are made up. It's what you wanted. I feel like, you know, like we need to get back to labor. We need to get back into putting more power into our labor. You know what I'm saying? More voices on what we actually do with our hands and whatnot, because that's worth than any crypto. That's worth more than any dollar, whether that be rubies or the petrodollar. But the petrodollar is falling, so you're going to see a real fall on cryptocurrency, and Not too many of y'all is gonna take big losses because the FBI already got, they already cornered the market on crypto. So
How much do you think you spend on your tour events from John Kemper?
too much time. Too much time, but it got to be done. I can't sit around. You know, like I think about the next tour while I'm on tour. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about your next steps. You got to think about your next steps.
And I think he's thinking about money too. Like, so does with a tour, a typical tour for the poor event, is it like $500?
No. Tour for the poor, I think I spend probably like 3,000 a state.
Okay.
So it don't take much. It really don't. And that's why people be mad because they want to make it look like this shit is so hard and it takes so much. It just takes so much to do, and is no. You gang up about $3,000, you collect you know what I'm saying, get something that's gonna make it look big, that make it look good, right? Because the $10,000 I passed out, that probably cost me like $1,500. Then I had to buy a grill, I had to hire people, and I had to get a U-Haul. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But
Yeah.
it don't take much to make it look good.
Okay.
At least make it look good if you're gonna do it.
And the event is like an all-day event, or is it like a 4 or 5 hour event?
Sometimes it depends on it really depends on the community, because I didn't fuck California. Those events never last more than an hour. But events in Detroit can last up to all day. You know what I'm saying? The event in New York, we had to walk around and catch the train and go to here and there, and so it really depends on the community. So
Okay.
Gotcha. But it really don't take much, man. As long as you got somewhere to stay, and shit like that. Even if you don't sleep on the streets, get to know the community that you're trying to liberate.
Yeah, gotcha. I know Holly Horn is asking upcoming tour dates and destinations. I know I mentioned earlier that July 10th, Kansas City, Grandview, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Rome is going to be with Nick Cruz, and they're doing a barbecue and giveaway. So you can find out more on Rome's YouTube channel, or also you could shout out your YouTube channel, shout out your Twitter as we start to wrap it up a little bit.
Oh yeah, y'all can. I'm pretty sure y'all motherfuckers already know me, man. If y'all don't, too bad. No, I'm playing. Y'all can find me on Twitter at Unholy Rome. The E is a 3. Next tour I should be doing, I think, is Delaware. I want to say that should be in May. So I got it. I got a couple
in May.
I believe so.
Oh, that's next year.
Yeah.
May of next year.
No, I'm tripping. Hold on.
Yeah.
June, July, August, September. I think it's September.
Okay.
I think it's September for Delaware, and I always do something here in Detroit. Always do something here in Detroit. But I know I'm heading back down south. I'm doing Texas, Tennessee. I'm gonna try to hit Tennessee. I don't have a lot of comrades out there. Texas, Oakland, California next year. Then I'm gonna go to the Carolinas.
Yeah. Man, this was a great chat. I didn't even expect it to go on this long, but you had a wealth of information and knowledge to tell the people. I wanted to talk to you about an idea that I'm kind of working on. It's called Mutual Aid Political Party, and I'm still forming. That's why I wanted to talk to you and other mutual aid organizations to find out how it works. I want to do a lot of research before launching this idea, and you've given me a lot of things to think about. I want to learn how. I want to make a true horizontal organization, meaning not vertical, meaning you don't have one leader that's dictating everything that's going on down the line. For example, with the Movement for People's Party, Nick Brana, and unfortunately that just turned into a mess. I wanted to be somewhere we're all collaborative and and if somebody needs to go, sometimes you got to kick people out, so people vote on getting people having to leave, and just being as transparent also as possible, posting on where the money's coming from, how much money is being raised, where the money's going to. So I wanted to throw it at you before we got about 5 minutes before we end the stream.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. but I'll tweak with the name a little bit, probably
Okay.
shorten it
Mhm.
or make it an acronym
Okay.
just to make people just to hit people with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because you
yeah,
want it
yeah.
to be fast. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
it's this generation, man. Like you're gonna look at it. You know what I'm saying? Look at these kids for some inspiration when you know what I'm saying, want to build your party and whatnot. Because we're a little bit older, whatnot. So we're a little bit out of the times, out of the
Yeah.
time loop, and we're gonna need the next generations to actually lead their
Mhm.
generation. And I
Yeah.
doubt if they want to be under a party that don't sound cool or look cool,
100%. Yeah.
Yeah,
Though they want you out there in Illinois, Rome. Say if you can
yeah,
get
I'm oh,
essential.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be out there, Chicago next year. I'm gonna be out in Chicago next year. Fuck, I think in the winter, probably
Mhm.
like December, January. I'll be out there doing something for this overpass I had saw with a whole bunch of homeless people out there. I think I'm about to give away some tents and a whole bunch of warm blankets and stuff like that. So
Okay.
that's what I'm gonna be doing
I
on
know
the
the Windy City could always use that. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, hell
Thank
yeah.
you so much, Rome, for coming on the channel and giving all the people the knowledge that you have and your experience doing it is it's not an easy, like you said, you were sleeping on the floor and you're always going to have a lot of issues that can come up, but you definitely was able to talk to us about how mutual aid works,
Yeah.
how you can collaborate, how you don't need to have a huge infrastructure to start your own mutual aid. You start it on your own, raise the money. So, any last words before I let you go?
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me for one. And if you people are serious, I always tell you guys, don't be afraid to lose your life because they're not afraid to take it. This is not a game. You are dealing with people who has millions of acres of land. They are not willing to lose that for you. You can't vote that out of power. You have people that are fascists that is in power. They are not playing with you. This isn't a game. This is your life, and this are generations. You know what I'm saying? Many nations that we are fighting for. And if we don't get this right, it never will be. This is the last call. This is the last hoorah of white supremacy. And we got to be willing to go out just like they are willing to take us out, right?
Yeah,
So be afraid to lose your life because they're not afraid to take it from you, right? I love
yeah.
y'all.
All right, much love to you, Rome. And I think there's I don't know if you're going to be on the stream later on today. That I believe that I'm going to be on the stream with CJ.
Yeah.
So it'd be great to see you again, and we could chat again some more. And just to give a heads up to the audience that there's a show coming up. So just watch Revolutionary Blackout Network. Follow that channel, and I'm going to be on there later on today around I believe like 6 or 7 ish. I got to double check when it's
Yeah.
going to be. But much love to my man Rome. Much love to everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming by. And remember, mutual aid is not just electoral politics that you can do to change people's lives. You have various means, various tools. Let's get out there. Let's use those tools. Much love to everybody.
You're
Adios.
welcome, Case. All right.
Just stay right there, Rome.
All
I'm
right.
gonna end the stream.